Hello and welcome to a fresh new episode of Science Monitor, our weekly update on all that is happening in the field of science and technology in and around the country. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor. Let us take a look at the headlines first. Week-long Festival of Innovation concludes in Delhi. 20 years of light, evolution of electrification mapped. How is Chennai growing? Scientists reveal shocking facts. In our In Focus segment today, we will discuss about the harmful adulteration of holy colors and the need of natural colors. And in our special segment, Technology You Can Use, we will learn about the natural water cooler. And now news in detail. Innovation is the means to progress and prosperity. Envisioning this and drawing innovators across the nation, the second edition of the week-long Festival of Innovations recently concluded at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. The event saw the enthusiastic participation of scholars, writers, artists, researchers and policymakers from across the country, while many grassroots innovators projected their ingenious creations. So what all transpired at the Festival of Innovation? Let us see this report.
From modified boiler that can recycle used steam to tractor-driven groundnut digger and onion transplanter. From novel machines to process walnuts and create bamboo splints to the new asu making machine for Poshampali saris. These and many more were the chief attractions of the recently held Festival of Innovations 2016. The second edition of week-long Festival of Innovations held at the Rashtrapati Bhavan during 12th to 19th March saw the enthusiastic participation of scholars, writers, artists, researchers and policymakers from across the country. The Festival of Innovation aims to bring together innovators from India and abroad, along with investors, and focus on all aspects of innovation, including using science and technology to drive innovation.
National Innovation Foundation believes that 1.31 billion Indians do not represent 1.31 billion mouths, but 1.31 billion minds. And the evidence is right here, as you could see. This is not an event, it's a movement across the country where, as I always say, the I in India, every Indian must stand for innovation. Innovation has to become a way of life, not just the IITs or industry, but for each one of them. And you can see the people don't want to be part of a problem, they want to be a part of a solution. And each one of them, including the children, are trying to come out with a solution.
The event was inaugurated by the Honorable President Shri Pranab Mukherjee on 12th March at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. This year's Festival of Innovation saw the participation of more than 85 innovation clubs from various universities of the country, with an interesting exhibition by grassroots innovators and students organized by the National Innovation Foundation. The exhibition, open to public, showcased as many as 65 grassroots innovations spanning diverse areas like agriculture, energy conservation, waste management and healthcare.
What that basically does is you're not only touching the apex of the innovation pyramid, but you are generating a mass movement wherein these school children today, tomorrow, 10 years from now, are going to fully participate in the innovation movement of the country. And so we call it MIMIC, Million Ideas for Innovation and Creativity. The new program which is being launched countrywide starting next financial year.
The event also saw the presentation of Annual Visitors Awards. While Professor Rakesh Bhatnagar from JNU bagged the prize in the innovation category for developing a vaccine and a therapeutic antibody against anthrax. The award for the research category was presented to the Molecular Parasitology Group of JNU for their work in the area of vector-borne diseases, malaria and leishmaniasis. The award for Best University was given to Tejpur University, Assam.
Benjamin Franklin to Thomas Alva Edison, human civilization is forever indebted to many great minds for their discovery of electricity and inventions like the light bulb. Today, we are dependent on electricity for almost all aspects of our lives. In fact, electrification is also a parameter for socio-economic development. So, to decipher the evolution of electrification in the country and track the progress of many government projects, a unique interactive map under the India Lights project has been developed. Let us know more about this interactive map documenting the electrification of our country.
Extent of electrification and energy availability is today one of the chief parameters of development. In fact, with many states like Assam, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and West Bengal gearing up for general elections to the legislative assemblies, electrification can be expected to be a major agenda. With changing governments, how many times have we wished for a tool that can help us track the progress of electrification during the tenure of a specific government? And where does India stand in terms of electrification? Answering these interesting questions is one single map that helps track the evolution of electrification in India over the past 20 years. The interactive map has been developed under the India Lights project, a collaborative study between Development Seed, the World Bank, and Dr. Brian Min at the University of Michigan. The project aims to track night lights and electrification in Indian rural areas based on the analysis of satellite data. This has been achieved by analyzing night light images of over 600,000 Indian villages captured by the Defense Meteorological Satellite Program over the past 20 years. The study has converted the images into 4.4 billion data points, which represents the light output of a specific village at a specific point in time and does help track the evolution of electrification from 1993 to 2013. The interactive map, which is publicly available also, allows filtering to view villages that have been covered under India's flagship electrification programs like Rajiv Gandhi Grameen Vidyutikaran Yojana and the more recent Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana. While reports suggest that nearly 96% villages in India are electrified, but data also indicates that only 69% of households have electricity connections. Under these circumstances, the data compiled by the India Lights project can aid in tracking and understanding the changes in light output, which can be used to complement research and policy making about electrification in the country.
Rural boundaries are shrinking under expanding cities. Well, this is the story of almost every Indian state today. But more disturbing is the fact that most of the Indian cities have developed over time in an unplanned manner and often with adverse socio-economic and ecological impacts. Now, using a remote sensing satellite data, scientists have done a study showing how unplanned and disproportional the growth of cities like Chennai poses grave dangers. More in this report.
December 2015, the century's worst rain hit the city of Chennai. With water logging the city for days and thousands rendered homeless, the raging floods left behind a serious question. How does uneven development and unplanned city growth affect life and environment? Tracing this is the new study by Dr. T.V. Ramachandra and Dr. Bharat H. Aithal from the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. The team has traced the urban growth of Chennai, especially the sprawl, the growth pockets at the outskirts of a city, which are neither classified as urban nor as rural areas, and the results are shocking. According to the researchers, the urban area of Chennai has increased from 1.46 to 18.55% in the past 2 decades, while the vegetation cover has reduced by 22%. The study is based on the remote sensing data from the past 40 years to study the growth patterns and status of Chennai's urban sprawl. According to researchers, the landscape of Chennai is clumped at the city centre, with the peripheral areas showing dispersed and patchy growth in all directions, mostly in the northwest direction. Based on the analysis, it is predicted that 36% of the total area of Chennai will be converted to urban areas by 2026, posing serious environmental threats due to loss of marshlands and vegetation, especially since Chennai is a coastal city. The researchers, based on their findings, have called for judicious use of land along with adopting appropriate environmental conservation strategies and developing urban policies for sustainable use of natural resources.
And now it is time to take a short break. We'll be back with more science news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Science Monitor. Let us now have a look at some important science and technology activities happening in India and abroad in our next segment, Science Express.
With the aim of raising awareness about leading a healthy lifestyle, thousands participated in the Goa Marathon 2016 on 13th March at Goa. The theme of the Goa Marathon 2016, organized by El Shaddai Charitable Trust in Panaji city, was Running for Home and Hope. The marathon, which acts as a fundraiser to build homes for the poor, also encouraged running and exercising regularly to stay healthy. The marathon featured around 20 international athletes covering a distance of 21 kilometers in Panjim. The 7th governing body meeting of the Indo-German Science and Technology Partnership was conducted recently, presided over by Union Minister for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Harsh Vardhan. The meeting that was conducted at the Indo-German Science and Technology Center reflected upon the collaborative ventures, which span wide areas like biomedical devices, and charted the future course for promoting technology-based enterprises and using S&T to address socially relevant challenges. In a major step towards preserving monuments, the National Remote Sensing Center of ISRO has signed an agreement with the Archaeological Survey of India. Under this collaboration, satellite-based maps will be created to help check unauthorized construction around over 3,000 protected monuments. The maps will indicate prohibited and regulated areas around protected monuments for the information of the public. As part of Strategic Forces Command Training Exercise, India recently successfully test-fired an indigenously built nuclear-capable Agni-1 missile. The missile was fired from a launch pad of the Integrated Test Range at Abdul Kalam Island off the Odisha coast. The surface-to-surface missile is capable of hitting a target at a distance of 700 kilometers.
India is known for its diverse culture and the magnificent festivals. While festive cheer is in the air as Holi draws near, it is crucial that we be aware as to what goes into those bright colors to give them that extra texture and shine. Yes, the cheap colors which are so readily available are also adulterated with industrial chemicals which pose serious threats to human health. So what are these chemicals and how can we create natural colors at home? Well, this would be the topic of our discussion in our next segment, In Focus.
pink, yellow, blue and green. The markets are flooded with various packaged and loose colors as the nation is gearing up to celebrate Holi. In the recent years, investigations have shown that the colors that flood the market during Holi season are not as safe as they appear to be. The cheap chemical colors which appear lucrative are often adulterated with high content of chemicals which are prescribed only for industrial use. While asbestos and silica are commonly used as base for synthetic dry colors, often wet colors are adulterated with engine oil and diesel. Past studies have shown that the commonly available chemical colors often contains high percentage of chromium, silica, lead, nickel, zinc, cadmium and alkaline material. What is more, the manufacturers are also known to mix glass particles to the chemical powders to add sheen. Hence, while mercuric oxide is used for red color powder, rhodamine B is used for pink, chromium iodide for orange, auramine for yellow, copper sulfate for green and lead for black color. What is shocking is that all these are highly toxic chemicals which pose a serious threat to health and environment. The harmful effects of these chemicals are wide and varied. While allergies manifested as dry, itchy skin or breathing problems and asthma are most common, these chemicals can lead to a variety of disorders ranging from reddening and itching of the eyes and blindness to paralysis, corneal ulcers and cancers. The oxides of lead and mercury are known to get absorbed in the blood through skin and even affect unborn babies, leading to preterm births and birth defects. Experts suggest certain simple measures to stay safe during Holi. This includes carefully read the instructions on the color packet and avoid colors which mentions industrial use or has visible sheen due to glass particles. Buy herbal or natural colors from reputed dealers. Apply Vaseline or mustard oil before playing Holi so that the color comes off easily. Avoid dark colors like purple, green and dark pink as they contain high chemical content. Wash off your body soon as the colors with lead content may be absorbed to blood. While these are just some tips, the safest way to play Holi is to create colors at home from easily available herbal sources. One can use simple kitchen ingredients to create safe colors, and while one can use wheat flour to refine flour to create the base, different colors can be created by adding different vegetable sources to this base. Hence, red sandalwood powder can be mixed with atta to create red color. Turmeric and gram flour can be mixed for bright yellow powder. Henna leaves for green color. Dried and crushed flame of the forest or tesu flowers for orange powder and so on. Similarly, various wet colors can be produced from boiling beetroot, tesu, crushed rose petals, marigold, red hibiscus flowers in water, along with using the juice of pomegranate and blackberry to play safe Holi. So this season, let us make a safe choice to play Holi with natural colors.
Cold water is like an elixir in hot summer. As the temperatures are expected to soar high this summer, we bring you a natural water cooler, an innovation that works without electricity. Let us see this report to know more about this product.
Hot Indian summers are here. When temperatures soars high, a sip of cold water can be refreshing and life-giving. Now, a novel, energy-efficient, environment-friendly technology called the Natural Water Cooler can prove to be a boon to the thirsty. A brainchild of Dr. Arvind Bhai Patel from Gujarat, the water cooler can run without electricity and is based on the principle of heat exchange. The novel technology makes use of copper tubes and cools water by 8 degrees Celsius to 10 degrees Celsius naturally by sensing the external temperature and humidity.
इसमें बेसिकली कॉपर ट्यूब्स रहता है. कॉपर ट्यूब्स के ऊपर विस्कोस करके एक फैब्रिक आता है, वो हम वाउंड करते हैं. कंटिन्यूसली उसको वेट रखते हैं, मतलब बाई ड्रिपिंग वाटर. तो ड्यू टू नेचुरल इवापोरेशन, एयर सर्कुलेशन एंड हीट ट्रांसफ़र पानी ठंडा होता जाएगा. और आपको जैसे पता है कॉपर इज़ अ बेस्ट कंडक्टर फॉर हीट एंड इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. तो जितना उसको नेगेटिव हीट मिलेगा इमीडिएटली वो पानी को ट्रांसफ़र कर देगा. तो उसी के चलते पानी ठंडा होता है. तो जितना एटमॉस्फेरिक हीट ज़्यादा होगा उतना इवापोरेशन रेट ज़्यादा होगा, और जितना इवापोरेशन रेट ज़्यादा होगा उतना ही आपको कूलिंग ज़्यादा मिलेगा, बिकॉज इवापोरेशन लीड्स टू कूलिंग.
Available in 100 and 150 litre, this low-cost energy can be easily deployed in public places such as bus depots, gardens, colleges, hostels, etc. and may soon prove to be a lifesaver.
Well, that is all for this episode of Science Monitor. Do tell us how do you like our program. You can send your feedback and suggestions. Our email ID is news@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write in to us at Vigyan Prasar, C24, Kutub Institutional Area, New Delhi 110016. Well, that is all for today, but we'll be back with fresh news stories on science and technology again next week. Till then, stay tuned to Rajya Sabha TV and think scientific. Bye-bye.